Hi guys, it's Amber. Sorry, my dog just moved a bag to get in his cage, which is weird. So making this video because, well, I've seen a lot of them and it helped me get through it, and hopefully maybe this will help other people get through it or whatever. And then maybe I can start doing this. I apologize for the glare on my I apologize for the glare on my glasses, by the way. My glasses suck and I need new ones. And I'm sorry that I look nasty. I attempted to go for a walk. My dog hates his leash. Anyways, so basically, since this is like the first video since I was like 12 that I have on here, just a quick update, rundown, blah, so I don't have to like go into everything. But I'm 20 now. My birthday's in like 2 months, so I'll be 21. I got married in August this past year, so tomorrow actually it'll be 8 months that we've been married. And my husband is my best friend in the entire world, and I am really, really thankful that I actually met him. And I don't know, it really depends on how many people start watching or whatever, but if it gets the response I think it will, then I can do like a husband tag or whatever. I can answer whatever kind of questions possible about us, because that's a more happier note. We adopted our puppy in February. His name is Thor, and he's a pain in my butt. Let me see. You can see him. Thor. Yeah, he's adorable. Anyways, but basically getting to the point of this, we have been trying to have a baby since we got married, which some people would say, why so soon? Why not wait a year? And we didn't really. Our relationship has never been slow, which if I get the response I want and I post a video about how him and I met and got married and stuff, then, we'll get more into detail about that. But we just decided that we weren't necessarily trying, but we weren't exactly preventing it. I actually went off of my birth control when we got married, because there's no point in me being on birth control. Mind you, he's the only one I've ever been with that way, so I only had birth control to regulate. And then, yeah, we adopted Thor in February. It was like February 8th or 9th or something. It was the beginning of February. And, we found out a month later that we were actually pregnant. So it took about 6 or 7 months, for everything to take place, I guess. And, we were excited. We had told a bunch of people, pretty much told everybody, put it on Facebook, told family, because I have family out of town and he has family out of town, so we put it up there to tell them. And it's now April, obviously, so we found out March 9th that we were pregnant. I took 4 different pregnancy tests that same week and they were all positive. So, we scheduled the ultrasound and stuff, and it wasn't until the 15th when I actually got my first ultrasound. And, we went, and I had been bleeding since the 10th of April. I thought it was normal. A bunch of people were saying, go to the hospital, it's not normal, but we didn't have, $200 to just drop to go to the hospital. It sounds bad, but we really didn't. And I was so close to going to the doctor that I was just like, we'll wait it out and find out, instead of spending $200 now and then $200 then. So the bleeding continued, and I didn't really have any cramps that I noticed other than, the normal cramps, like I have to go to the bathroom type cramps. And we go on the 15th, and I was incredibly nervous because, it's my first pregnancy. I was scared. I wanted it to be okay. I wanted to feel like I was capable of being, I guess, different than statistics, because I know statistics say that, sometimes a lot of women, their first pregnancy ends in miscarriage, and then they go on to have normal pregnancy. So I didn't want to be that. I wanted to be the one that just bled, and it wasn't a miscarriage. So for me, waiting in the doctor's office, I got incredibly nervous, which then I got incredibly sick. And then when I went back there, my bleeding was off and on. So it would, like, I'd bleed for an hour and then I'd stop, which was really weird to me. And so when I went to the doctor, I wasn't bleeding. But when I went back to get ready to get seen by the doctor, get ready to get seen by the doctor, I had started bleeding again. And so I went back there, and she came in and was talking to me. She was talking to me, and she asked me how I was doing. I told her, I've been bleeding. I'm not okay. I need to get this checked out. So she left, and I got undressed, and I told my husband, I was like, I can't focus on anything else, because when I went to the doctor, I was 9 weeks and like 5 days, I think, and I was like, I just need to hear a heartbeat to feel better and then go on about my day. Well, we get in there, and she's, touching me in the weird ways, like God knows touch you, and then she does the ultrasound that cuts the lights off. Thor cuts the lights off and does it, and because I had done my research about everything, and I knew what the ultrasounds looked like at the length that I was, and so I knew what it looked like, and I knew what it was supposed to look like for a normal person who's 9 weeks and 5 days, and when I looked at the screen, it didn't look like that. It was empty, and basically what she said was that the sac is there, the gestational sac is there, but she didn't see any, sorry, they looked really big from up there. She didn't see anything developing in there. So after she, finished the ultrasound, she cut the lights back on. I sat up, and I cried because it sucked, because all she really said to me, and this goes for the doctor's office that I went to, I won't go there again because they were rude to me every time I went there. Because I'm the type of person that, if I make a mistake, I like to joke about it, like, oh, my bad, haha. And they weren't having it. They were like, serious, like, they'd stare at me for like 5 minutes like this. And it was just awkward. So, and the way they talked to me made me feel like I was making a mistake with being pregnant, and I didn't appreciate it. So I just didn't like it, and I didn't appreciate it. So, but she basically was just like, oh, I'm sorry, whatever. And granted, I'm sure they do that a lot, and they're kind of immune to feeling for it, but you just told me I pretty much had a miscarriage, and I felt like she was being insensitive to me, but I just, whatever. I mean, I won't go there anymore because there's like 20 doctors at this one office, and it's kind of annoying, so I'd rather go somewhere where it's small and a little more intimate with the doctor, or maybe a midwife. I don't know. I have to figure that out. But, so yeah, me and my husband, we left, and I cried for, I think, an hour. I think about an hour afterwards. Because it was depressing. It wasn't what I wanted to hear. It wasn't right, and I was very upset. And us being the Christian people we are, we kind of looked at it from, like, I guess, a logical standpoint, that we couldn't really prevent it. Nothing we did caused it. Nothing we could have done would have prevented it. And we prayed about it, and we just sat down and we just talked to each other about everything and how we felt. And then, I don't know, it was like we weren't so depressed anymore. I mean, it still kind of hurts now because it's been like a week since we found out. But, I mean, we have our moments where we're like, dang, that really sucks. But then we have our moments where it's like, it's okay, because now we know that my body is capable of getting pregnant. It's just that one wasn't the right time, I guess. And my husband is not very good at showing his emotions, so it's hard sometimes for me to look at him and actually see that he's okay, because he'll purposely hide it unless he, verbally says, hey, I had a rough day, I thought about this or whatever, like last night. But then we talked about it, and we were originally gonna wait a little bit before trying again, and we were gonna, get in shape, because we're both kind of chubby. So we were like, let's go get in shape before we do anything else, because maybe it's a sign we need to get healthy or whatever. And I'm sorry, I have ADHD, and my dog keeps jumping up on the couch to get this toy I took. And then last night he looked at me and told me that he didn't want to wait. So now I think we're kind of on the fence again about not protecting it, but if it happens, it happens, and if not, that's fine. My gosh, Thor. So we were like, and yes, I'm wearing pants, I'm wearing shorts. They're just, But, Thor's been, been there for me when my husband's not here. But when he is here, we don't think about it as much, because we're like watching a movie, laughing about something. Jeez. We're, in my opinion, I guess it's good to have your partner there if you do, because I mean, they're not all the same, but I know with mine, he was constantly trying to make me laugh and make me forget that something happened that we couldn't have prevented, because I'm the type of person, I'll dwell on it for like months, even if if it was something I couldn't have stopped, I would think that I could have. And he made me forget about it, and that's part of the reason I'm sitting here not depressed, and I'm not crying, and I'm not upset about it, because he's helped me see logically, I guess, that it's okay and that we can try again. I'm sorry that this video is so long, and then I was babbling, and my dog doesn't want me to make this video, but hopefully, I mean, I don't know, as my first video, I'll try to make them better, but I really just wanted to say what happened to me, and say that my husband, as my best friend, made everything better. He made me, forget that, yes, we had lost our child, but there's nothing we could have done, and that it's okay to be upset. And it's okay to be happy. I mean, I'm not happy that it happened, but I'm happy that it was with him, and that he was there for me, because normally nobody else is there for me. I have to be there for myself sometimes. So now we're just looking into getting a house and getting out of this apartment, because it sucks, and starting over, I guess, because we have a lot to look forward to, and I just think it takes a while to fully get over it, but with the right person, I think it'll get better. And I'm gonna wrap this video up before it becomes like the worst video in the entire world. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.